That's it?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Seng Tat. I'm a filmmaker.
Hi, I'm Hassan Muthalib, former filmmaker, now a film critic. Well, for me, she was a friend, and she was someone who was a different kind of friend, where when I am speaking, she listens, and she does not interrupt, because I think she wants to know what we think about things, and I think that's where she gets her ideas from.
I think Yasmin was not normal as a human being. She was a machine that generated love, and generated love to everybody regardless of who you are, whether you're a stranger or not, and you will eventually become her friend.
She said, don't be afraid of those above you and don't look down on those below you. Seek forgiveness before you go to bed. Always forgive yourself, because we are only human and imperfect.
Like I said just now, Yasmin sort of confirmed to me, confirm the fact that it's very important to be yourself. Trust your own voice. That's what I got from her as a filmmaker.
What I remember most about her is her bravery, and she even took on the authorities, and she was, these authorities think they are masum, that means without sin, and she showed them for what they were. They are actually beholden to the people, but they forget sometimes, and I think that's one thing that I applaud her for doing.
I don't think she will be proud of that. No, that's not the idea of behind this whole. I think she wanted to. Speak her mind, do her own works, and the way she wanted it to be. Hopefully, not everyone will follow her own her footsteps, but that triggered them to make their own, go their own ways. And there's no point of copying what she had done. No.
What she talked about always was about love, about family, about compassion, about being able to accept differences, and I think this may have had an influence, because everybody is influenced by everybody else.
Yes.
Even she herself. There are people who say that she was influenced by Ozu. She denied it. Ozu was not on her list, but maybe there were others. But sometimes it's very subconscious. We really cannot say. But I remember that when I was in Film Negara and I didn't know Yasmin, and I saw all those Petronas ads, and you know what I said? If only this person could come into the mainstream industry, that this person is going to change the industry, and true enough.
She did. I think it has always been there has always been this hunger for Malaysian content, because I think if the market offers a very good Malaysian-made product, Malaysian film, I think everyone will be part of it. There's this love missing in the country that, like, what Ola Bola the film preach about, and people can relate to that, because that is what's missing, and that is also what Yasmin been preaching about all along. And I think a good quality film everyone will support.
Well, according to the Finance Act, a Malaysian film is a film that is in the Malay language. Okay, so that was the bugbear for the industry. So when this Wajib Tayang came on, and then of course the giving back, certain amount of money, the rebate, I think, it was only for a film made in the Malay language, or at least 60%, I think. So the films made in either Tamil or Chinese, could not get it, and they had to get into the cinema under the international screens category, which was so ridiculous.
Yes.
But now I think that is gone, and FINA should have been keeping up with the changes that were happening in the industry. They failed to do so from the year 2000 until about 10 years, for 10 years.
Yes.
And then slowly they began to see that these were the films that were making it overseas, winning international awards, raising our flags. And now with the new administration in FINAS, headed by Datuk Kamil Osman, who did wonders in MDEC, we are beginning to see a radical change, which should have happened long ago. And I think this spells something very positive for the industry, especially for the indie movement.
You see, I mean, to answer your question, you know, Malaysia is all about food, different variety of food. I think our Malaysian cinema should reflect that.
Lots of food.
Diversity.
Diversity.
Like
When
Ola-
it comes, just like when it
just like
comes to
our
food,
food.
Ola Bola is a very good example, which I can say of a Malaysian film, where everybody is talking the way they would normally talk outside, okay, in daily life, Chinese, mixing Chinese, Malay, Tamil, English, and so on. And I don't think anybody noticed this as they were watching the film.
Yes.
They were just enjoying the story, and that is a good film. I think in Yasmin's films, we can see everybody is like family, and when they disband, they cry because you know they are going to separate from each other, and we can see the sincerity in the film, and if it is very sincere, you can see it on screen. Even Ola Bola, these people were working as a team, and look at the director. I know the director personally. He's very childlike, not childish, but childlike, and he treats everybody as humans, unlike certain directors. What about you?
Me,
how do you treat
I treat them like animals. I abuse them.
You abuse them, eh?
Yeah.
They like it.
Else you
isn't it?
can't get the film made.
So, Datin, did Yasmin ever ask for your permission before naming Orked instead?
Said last time when she made Rabun, she said, yeah, I want to make a film about Abah because kan my father collapsed due to the diabetic complication. She said, what do I name her? The character lah.
Yeah.
Melati ke, Mawar ke. She wanted a flower. Said, Mawar not nice, I said. Then I said, if it's about Abah, it's about our family, I think I will call her Orked lah. I said, why not Yasmin? Because you're telling the story, what? You know? Said, yeah, don't want lah, wait. After making Rabun, I want to make something else, then people will know it's like my life history. So if I call the character Orked, then they might think it's your life, not mine. Because, you know, after that it was Sepet and then Gubra. Gubra was really about her married life, how you know.
Did people come up to you after the movie and say, I didn't know this happened to you?
Yeah. They said, this your second husband ah? I said no. Actually, the story is about, most of the stories about our family. 4 of the movies name the characters name after me, and it's about our family and what happens, you know, with our friends. They tell stories, so I will tell Yasmin some bits and pieces about my friend's stories, and she patch it up and make it into a film.
Is there any story that you really wish you would have made or inserted into a film?
Yeah, Wasurena Gusa is the one that we were waiting for.
The
it's about,
Japanese.
it's about my mom's story and my grandma, Japanese origin. So yeah, that one is just in a script form. The script won the best script in Busan.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was already going to be made into a film, you know.
Yes.
Yoko Ono's nephew is the producer lah. Supposed to be the producer. They casted the hero, and Sharifa Amani was supposed to be the heroine, to play my mom in that movie. And then, well, fuss on before the movie.
Do you want anyone to direct it? Turn it into a film?
Yeah.
Well, there may be a chance because this Japanese director is interested in doing something on Yasmin. Who knows? Maybe this can work out.
Yeah, because it's quite a big story because it involves also happenings around Malaysia and also moving back to Japan. So how they fell in love. Well, the hero who was supposed to act in that film is already a big time actor now, so you can't get him anymore because he's very expensive now. Just do it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Don't hold back. Yasmin always say, speak your mind, correct. Everybody has a talent. Display it. That's how you be creative, and that's how you develop your talent and tell your story in a different way, in your style, and share it.
Yeah, I mean, making films can be very, very expensive, but actually you can do it for nothing as well. So know your limitation, and from there, start to tell your stories. Stories that fit into your current situation and your current resources. That story that you can manage to tell, and save those bigger ideas for some other time when you're more ready. So there's always a strategy, and the key behind it is to start making, just stop talking.
Last year I met Yoji Yamada, the very famous Japanese director in Japan, and he told me that Portuguese film director called Manuel Oliveira, he asked Yoji Yamada, what is this one weapon that we have that we can fight Hollywood with? And Yamada said, no, I do not know. And he said, your traditional performing arts. That's where it is. So our filmmakers are storytellers like the ancient storytellers. So they need to go back into their own culture. They are a product of their civilization. But if they do not know where they come from, the roots and so on, you will not see it in the screen. So they have to immerse themselves into whatever culture that they come from. If you look at the journey and Ola Bola, is by a Chinese, Chu Pingguan. He graduated from the Beijing Film Academy, where they stress a lot on philosophy, on culture, on music. So you see how the film stands is coming from very deep inside.
Right, thank you also very much for agreeing to do this interview with us. Good luck
Thank
with
you
the
for coming.
Yes, it was great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.